to
Telegram.
being awake. Yes.
That's good.
Uh,
I was fixing the columns and I had to do new columns with wood for my fence. It's very old.
oh, okay.
So I had to fix that. It's close to the road out here. So I have to get the fence post uh, digger and get that out. It's going to be hard work.
Yes, and that's usually very strenuous work. Is it supposed to be hot up there today?
Not too bad. It should be pretty cool. A few days ago, it was really hot.
Yeah.
And then yesterday it rained, and today's pretty cool.
Okay, good. There we go. Ah, it's better.
Yeah, it's 77 today.
Oh, that's the high? That's awesome.
Yeah, right here. See it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's currently 58 degrees here, and we're going to max out at about 80 degrees.
80. Okay. Yeah, it can be hot where you are.
Yeah, we've
3 or
been
4
in
days ago, it's been really hot.
yeah, we've been in the 70s, like low 70s all week.
Yeah, we were like 80, a little above and below 80 this week.
Yeah. No, you guys have been warmer than us the entire time.
Yes. Look at me. I got a tan.
Uh, yeah, it's I need to go work on my tan. It's just been too cold to go do it.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll get some tanning weather soon.
Yeah, that would be today.
Yeah, I hope so. It's beautiful.
Mm,
I have a swimming pool.
yeah, no pool here.
Oh,
Uh,
you'll have to go find a place to swim. I like to stay here to save money.
yeah. Um, I sink like a brick in water, so I won't be swimming.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's 3 feet to 6 feet,
Okay. Yeah, I could
so
stay
it's
in
not bad.
the five up to 5 feet.
Yeah, it's just a little above your head. Yeah, you could just walk around in the
Hmm.
shallow end.
Yeah. Sit down in the 3 foot water.
Yeah, it's nice to swim in deep water, um, when you can.
Yeah. Ah, the dogs are awake. The dogs are awake. Oh,
That's good. They're waking you up.
mm, none of them are my dog.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll follow you all around.
Yeah, they follow my roommates around. They try not to follow me around.
If your roommate's not there, will they follow you?
Uh, sometimes. Good morning, Mama Sandy.
Hey,
Yeah, sometimes they'll follow me around, but usually I just look at them and they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't be doing this," and they walk away.
I
Oh, he
see the
froze.
Zoom windows.
Yeah, he froze.
All the pictures have a line through them now.
He froze on our camera.
Yeah, there's like a line
Okay,
through your
it'll start
face.
up now. It's because Mama Sandy and Miss Shelley both came in. Good morning, Miss Shelley.
Good morning.
Oh, Mom, Miss Shelley's still in bed.
I am.
Mama Sandy's at least
He
up and
just
walking around.
froze.
Yeah,
Uh,
Jerry's camera keeps freezing on our end.
Yeah, for the interpreter, it's freezing too. I can't see him.
Yeah, his camera keeps freezing on our end.
mm,
Mama Sandy's up and walking around. Hi, Mama Sandy.
yeah. Mm, I'm getting ready to recurl this hair this boy didn't put.
Oh, he's back.
Okay. I think when people were coming in, it was freezing, so it's better
Yes, it
now.
was. hmm Your hair looks just fine, Mama Sandy.
I haven't combed it.
I didn't comb mine either.
Hi,
But it
Mama
looks,
Sandy.
It looks just
Hi,
fine.
hello, hi
Shelley.
Jerry.
Hi, Jerry. How are
How are you
you?
guys doing?
We're good.
Good.
Trying to keep cool. It's hot here.
It's
How bad is
hot
it where
there?
you are now?
Mm-hmm.
How bad is it where you are
It was
now?
100
I
yesterday.
love the hot weather.
Ooh.
Oh, I hate it. I hate the hot. I hate the cold. Give me spring and fall.
Yeah, the humidity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me spring and fall. Spring mostly.
Right. Me too, Louie. I love to see things bloom and blossom. I love flowers
Mhm.
and green grass.
Mhm. I'm an April baby, so it just stands to reason that I'm always into the spring situation.
Well, I'm a February, but I don't like February.
Uh,
Ooh, I hate February.
I love the summer. That's my favorite season.
that's
Me
because
too.
Jerry, you love to swim.
Well,
Yes,
probably
I
New York
do.
doesn't get too hot. This, except now, it's temperatures are just off the chain everywhere. Temperatures that cities never had before.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we've been in
stay
the
around 80.
yeah, we've been staying in the low 70s all week. Today's going to be the
Well,
highest temperature so far, and it's going to be 80 degrees.
And we've been having cool temperatures.
we've been having 90s, and with the heat index is 103.
See,
Yikes.
anytime they throw in the heat index, that's just rude. That's just
It
rude.
is. It's real rude. Because it was, I think yesterday was the hottest because it hit three digits without the index.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
no.
I think it's supposed to calm down maybe a little after today, I think, but calming is still in the 90s.
Ugh. Yeah, I wonder if my parents live in Virginia, central eastern nowhere, Virginia is how I lovingly describe it. Um, and they are quite used to having 90-degree plus temperatures for 3 months in a row.
Well, we are too, but Mama Sandy just, I just don't get used to it. I just really don't. I don't like it. I mean, I've been here most of my life, except for, well, yeah, when you put in the years, I mean, I've lived on the East Coast and the West Coast, but this area, hot and humid in the summer, because we're right off the Mississippi River, the Midwest. It's horrible.
Mhm.
Because I'm away from Chicago. I'm not even, I'm like 400 miles south of Chicago. So we don't have lakes, anything like that. We've got, Well, the dirty Mississippi.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But I'm actually, well, down the highway. I mean, I got several highways that I can go into Missouri. But I'm not really, I guess, in terms of proximity of what you called the river.
There's 7
I'm
highways.
several, not seven, several, um, that I can hit to go north, south, east, west. There's what I think it's
They're
70.
growing.
They'll take you straight to California.
The 70 will take you all the way out here. Good morning, Miss Twyla.
I think Atlanta.
Morning, Twyla.
I think Atlanta and Florida. We're looking at maybe 14 hours or so. Because I'm Midwest. I'm in the middle of the United States.
Yeah, from Atlanta, when my trip across the country, I took the 95 freeway south from Baltimore down to Atlanta, then took the 20 to the 10 to the 8 into San Diego, from Atlanta to San Diego.
Okay. You went southern route.
Yes, I did. It was February when I did it. There was no way I was taking the 40 or the 70 across.
The desert. I,
Yeah, it was warmer on the southern route.
I've done back in the day, I've done both routes, the northern route to California and the southern route to California. I've done both. Texas, get out of Texas. That's a big state if you're driving.
Ooh, it takes forever to get out of Texas.
It does.
Like we stopped in Dallas, and I swear it took us a day to get from Dallas to El Paso.
I know.
And there ain't nothing, by the way, there's nothing between Dallas and El Paso.
Yeah, it's horrific.
If you've never been to Texas, there's the 10 freeway. I think it's the 10. Um, there's just nothing
that's
between Dallas and El Paso.
what's
It's
that
horrible.
old song? Deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah,
You deep in the heart.
because once you're there, you're there. Miss Shelley, are you feeling sick today?
I'm not, I have this, I sent you a message yesterday, but you didn't get
I don't think
it.
I saw it.
What's that?
I don't think I've seen it. Let me look. Hold on.
Me either. I didn't see a message.
Oh, I just sent it to Louie. I didn't want to bug everybody. I needed
Oh,
some.
there.
Yeah, I I thought I did see a message. What? I don't know, but you said you just sent it to Louis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
You don't sound
Tosh.
good at all.
Well, I had that. Remember when I had that little accident here where I fell, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was in pain from my neck, and um, it. I went to my granddaughter's graduation, and we were sitting on bleachers and looking sideways for 3 hours, and it
Ouch.
must have really impacted it because I have been in pain since.
Yeah, the disc probably slid. Um,
Okay.
that's which, by the way, is amazingly uncomfortable.
Very,
Translate
very. 'Cause
uncomfortable as super painful. Um, the part where I would say, oh gosh, when was the graduation?
It was Wednesday.
Today's Friday. Uh, it wasn't a sudden trauma, but it was a probably the day it happened. Uh, if your body's going through its shock phase, because that's when the disc decided to slide, then it's going to be at least another day before any kind of a therapist can touch it, can actually work on you. Um, we like to give the body about 72 hours to calm down. Um, after the injury, the actual injury happens. Um, and it sounds like Wednesday's when it decided to kick into full gear. So I would say 72 hours from Wednesday. Uh, and then until before then, until that 72 hours is up, uh, hot towel, like a nice heated compress kind of a thing, um, to help the muscles relax, so
Yeah.
that just in case the disc decides to slide back to where it belongs, because that can happen. Um, because if you got a disc that's decided to, just budge a little bit out of its normal location, um, it's gonna feel horrendous until it goes back to where it belongs, and it could take a while for it to slide back in. A chiropractor uh,
Right.
could help, but I would send you to a massage therapist first to get the muscles to relax and see if the disc decides to behave on its own.
Okay.
Um, I would say make sure they understand what's going on, because what they could do, and my roommate's been going through this, um, they could create some traction between your head and your shoulders and give your spinal column some space for the disc to slide back in without doing a full-on manipulation of your bones.
Okay.
Well, Louis, Dr. Louis,
Don't go
massage
there. Don't go
therapist,
there. Mm-mm.
Mama said you hadn't said anything, but since Shelley started, I had a convention, 3 weeks ago, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and
Mhm.
I sat in seating because I've had probably for a year or so on the right side, and right now I can't even determine my hip from my butt to what, but I've had underneath my buttocks per se, and I thought it was sciatica, and it still could be sciatica, but on that butt bone, right where I sit, and I don't know a lot if it's not my bed, but anyway, on the right side, it was on the upper hip, from the where the hip and the back would kind of come together, but it seems to be in the tissue. It seems to be in the tissue. And now, after that convention, I sat in some seating that may have been hard. There was no padding for 3 days.
Mhm.
All day I sat in that seating, and I didn't seem to have an issue. But the day after that convention ended, under the buttock, this is sore. And now it appears to be that whole right hip area in the tissue is so sore, and it goes down to, because I've got replaced knees, it goes down to, it stops basically at the knee where it just seems sore and painful, where how you see old people get up, they have to get it going and straighten out, to because it hurts so bad, and that's been going on. I stiffen and have to, and it just happened. So I've been putting some CBD cream that I found here. Um,
Does it help?
Not really. Last night I iced it. I've been using that thing we got from Partner Co. that was still in the box, that cell thing. Um,
The TENS unit type thing.
yeah,
The
I've
web.
been using I've been using that, and seemingly it may be where I'm getting a little results, but it's really not totally going away. Because right now, after I've showered, because I got to get out of here, I rubbed it with the CBD cream. But the soreness, it's in the tissue. It's almost like, because I got this one, and it's more in the hip now, where where the buttock joins with the thigh in the tissue. It's just sore, and it's almost where at times I felt like the heat, like it was inflamed, but then I'm not sure about that either.
So there's a muscle
Sounds like a hip.
on the inside of your pelvis.
The psoas.
The psoas is actually attached to your spinal column. The iliacus is the one that's on the inside of your pelvis. They come together and attach to the same part of your femur at the top back part of your femur. But the iliacus itself on the um, is literally it's attached to the entire inside of your pelvis.
Okay.
So that muscle, when it gets pissed off and tight, it gives you hip problems, feels bad, but it feels like there's a pain really deep inside your hip and you're like, I can't get to it. That would be it. Um,
So how do you get to it? Or what do you do
Someone
to
shoves
it?
the hand inside your pelvis and rubs on it. It's kind of uncomfortable. Um,
Go see
Yeah,
your
because I
massage therapist.
yes, you go see a massage therapist. You tell them I need my iliacus worked on, see if they can actually do it. And if they can, trust me, you'll know when they touch it, whether or not it's that muscle. Um,
Oh,
well,
it's
I've had
very
it
immediate.
before. It wasn't quite like this, but I've had that, and I refuse to go back because I
it
almost
hurts, but you gotta get it rubbed
It's
out or it don't
amazingly
go away.
uncomfortable. Yes, it is not. I tell people all the time there are two super uncomfortable things I can do to you. One of them is put my hand into your subscapularis, which is the muscle on the inside of your scapula, and the other one is put my hand on your iliacus, which is the muscle that's on the inside of your pelvis. Those are the two most uncomfortable things I can do to a client. They hurt like hell because usually those muscles are pissed when I touch them, but once I'm done, you're able to, like, the pain is usually greatly reduced and you can actually move far better than you could before I started. Now, if you want to stretch that muscle beforehand, if you're going to try to avoid going to see that uh massage therapist, um my favorite stretch for that I love to do is to lay on the edge of the bed or the couch and like have just that one leg hang off the side so that my hip stretches open.
yeah, I know. Okay, that sounds good too because I've done that in the past. So I guess I need to do that too, Louis. I
Yeah,
haven't done
bring
it.
that one back, Mama Sandy.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's especially when you spend a whole lot of time sitting down, and this is a general edification thing for everybody. When you spend a whole lot of time sitting down, one of the problems is your hip flexor muscles learn that they're shorter than they should be. Because if you spend multiple hours in the same position, your body goes, "Oh, this is where they should be. This is where we should be." We'll start to fix it so that the body stays this way. And you said you did that for 3 days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's So your body started to learn that the ends of those muscles, should be closer together, and they shouldn't be. They should be, much further apart. Which is why I always tell people not to spend so much time sitting down for extended periods of time. Like get up, walk around, move, like stretch the hip out. Because our bodies become stubborn and they start to say, "Oh, well, if you're going to keep putting me into this shortened position, I'm going to stay shorter."
yeah,
Yep.
because
I work 10
ergonomics,
hours a day sitting down.
yeah, ergonomics says, to get up at least every 2 hours and walk around and stretch or do something every 2 hours.
Exactly. And so at the bare minimum every 2 hours, and the older I get, it feels like every hour. So I'm glad I stand up when I'm working usually because I'm always up and walking around. Because yeah, standing up, my hip flexors have decided that they need to be shorter, and when I'm
You're
sitting down,
right.
I'm like, no.
Yeah,
You,
getting up and walking around is important.
yeah, like you gotta
Yeah, and
It
that's
helps with
part of
energy too, because you feel
yeah,
tired.
that's part of my aging because, I sat all those years on my job, 50 years of, and I knew the ergonomics, but sometimes you just don't do it.
Mhm.
I didn't do it.
That's why I have a job, Mama Sandy.
I know, baby, because folks like me,
You know, I literally have clients who look at me and go, you know, you're going to be working forever. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it.
But Louis does not, well, you got to know what to do too, because you can develop carpal tunnel and all of that with manipulating and what you do, don't you? Is
Hmm.
that one of the
Got
hazards of
elbow.
your job?
It's one of the, so reaching
Gotta be
those muscles.
careful. You can
Because
get
I
it
know
everywhere, here, there, and
even,
everywhere.
Yeah,
because even
I
my
reaching.
chiropractor, even my
Oh,
chiropractor, he started to have some problems
mhm.
with, manipulation. I said, well, you need manipulating too, Dan.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm getting old, and my thumbs don't like me as much as they used to. So me and arthritis are a real thing. So I'm like, okay, so I have to be nice to me. There's a reason I don't like using my thumbs. It's because the pressure builds up in there, and it's too difficult. And so being able to just drop an elbow in somebody is so much easier. And I say drop an elbow. And I make it look horrible whenever I describe it to them, but it's really not that brutal. I've learned how to make an elbow feel good over the years, for both me and them. Uh,
Wow.
but yeah, it's in order to get into places like
You get
the
really deep into
scapularis.
the skin that way.
Yeah, well, in order to get into certain places, because your bones are in the way, I have to use my hands. So I'm okay with that. And so I've figured out how to use my body in the right way over the years. It's still tough.
Protect it. Yeah, to try to protect yourself.
Yeah, it's still tough. I mean, the heavier the client, the harder it is to get into certain areas. I love a skinny client sometimes.
I always thought about that. I says, man, so many times I know my husband has a nephew. I'm trying to tell you, I don't even know how you get to when a person is that obese. I don't even see how you get down to
Sometimes you
where,
can't.
wow.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes that level of extra weight on the body makes it too painful for us to even get there.
Yeah, I
And not
don't know.
it's not painful for me, it's painful for them. Because their muscles and tissues are already being stretched.
Yeah,
Jerry,
because of the blood
same.
flow too. The blood flow, it's more work to get there.
Yeah, like it's really difficult to be able to get into some of the places where some of those deeper muscles reside. Like I can do your leg muscles all day long. That's not a problem. But getting to that muscle on the inside of your pelvis, that's not so simple.
Well, you know what Nikki's got now, Louis? And I didn't even know. She didn't even tell me until Monday, I think. She's been dealing with a Baker cyst.
Oh yeah.
And that's I really didn't know what a Baker cyst was, because when she was telling me, I said, well, that more sounded more like something with the bursa sac or the bursitis to me, but I had
Mm,
to
it's
Google it,
worse.
a Baker cyst, and it's actually where the body. It sounds like an overcompensation, but it heals itself because of that synovial fluid, but it builds up.
Mhm. Yeah, it is literally a cyst behind your knee. So
Yeah.
like you'll see, like if you see somebody and they've got this lump on the back side of their knee, not on the front side of their knee, it's on the back, it's literally on the back side of their knee. Um, it's uncomfortable. It's a cyst that's hanging out back there, and you can't bend your knee all the way because the cyst gets in the way if it's too big. It can be painful sometimes if you are trying to bend your knee that far. Um, yeah, but yeah, it will one of those weird your body will resolve itself type of situations. So weird. Like we get these things and then our body's like, I can't stay that long. And then it chucks it and you're like, I don't know what just happened, but it went away.
Well, she
Sometimes it's
talked
a
about
short
she's
time,
been in a
sometimes it's a long time.
yeah, she's been in a lot of pain because Nikki is so active, and then her she lives in a condo building. There's three condos, and she's on the upper level. So she goes up steps. And I'm going, how in the world? Um, I don't know. I don't know what she's going to do because
It won't stop her from walking. It won't, I mean, it'll be uncomfortable if she's got to like use her knees too much, but it's not going to be too bad.
she talks like it was debilitating. And I said, well,
Or if it's
why
gotten
did
too
you?
big, then
I
yeah.
said, why did you tell me? Because and she what did she tell me? It was something where she figured I was going to tell her something that was going to be more painful, and she wasn't going to do it anyway.
Them's his kids for you.
I'm, I'm going because when I mentioned, I forgot what I mentioned to her. When I mentioned something to her, she said, "Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you." I'm
Uh-huh.
going, "Ooh, man." And then yesterday at the salon, my granddaughter, she proceeds to tell me about her boyfriend and these dogs. The brother trained, I don't know, he breeds them. No, he doesn't train them. He breeds them. And the dog, they're out of town, and the dog attacked the girlfriend. And I'm going, what? And I'm going, you don't go over there. Now she's 23. I I said, well, that's why Carl goes. You remember I told you Carl drove the motorcycle to Florida and didn't tell me because they know I'm gonna get on him and worry him.
Uh-huh.
so, so yeah, Carl started laughing. Yeah, that's why you don't tell Nana because she's telling you what you're not gonna do. You can't do that. Don't go over there. Don't go over there until he comes home because those dogs can maul you to death. And she said, I'm not, man. I said, well, okay.
Yeah. The thing I don't do is tell my mom when I go do stuff.
I
I,
know.
I, I tell her if I'm traveling, but if I'm gonna go do something crazy like, jump out of an airplane or, sky or go like
Well, Louis,
ski or
well,
something, I
Louis,
tell her when it's all over and said all said and done, show her the pictures, be like, this was fun, Mom.
yeah,
Don't
the
let him
only
worry.
reason, yeah, the only reason I knew, because I knew he took the bike to Florida, and I
Hmm.
thought he was leaving it down there for when he goes to Florida, but I I don't know why he took it to begin with. If you're gonna get it that quickly, go
Here it
back
comes.
and get it. Yeah, he's gonna fly there and drive it. And the only reason I knew is because the cousin who introduced me, his first cousin to Teresa, who flies for Delta.
Hmm.
Stephen sends me a picture of he and Carl, and I'm going, well, the only reason Carl would be in Atlanta is because he stopped there on the way home on this bike. So yeah, because he had done my hair that Thursday, so he had to have left possibly the next day and gone to and flown to Florida to
Hmm.
pick up that bike. But he did mention, I did hear him, he was telling a client the other week that he don't think he'll ever do that again because I guess his butt, he was 57 last month.
Yeah,
So I
he's
guess
still
it was
young.
not comfortable. So now he's talking about back problems, Louis. So I said, yeah, you a hard head makes a soft behind. One way or another, you're gonna learn.
So you all know Mike Player up in Six Nations, Seven Nations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a motorcycle ride this whole like from the 19th to the 29th, I think he said.
That's crazy.
Um, so he's uh doing he's like, I'm taking a motorcycle ride a long, long trip. He's like, there's nothing quite like having the wind whipping through your hair. And I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you because my brother does the same thing. My brother loves to go for these long rides on his motorcycle. I'm like, more power to you. Uh
All the hurricanes and tornadoes and
All right.
I don't know. Anything.
Like, do your thing, enjoy your ride, be safe out there.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a ride, a really long ride called the Dragon's Tail. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. I think Mama Sandy, you said you've ridden it before. Um, uh, it's a really long motorcycle ride.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he may be
my
doing that
God.
this trip. But yeah, but Mike's off on that trip, and so when he comes back, I'm pretty sure he's gonna hurt.
He's gonna be calling you, Louis.
Like Mike, love you dearly, but you're
Oh
the wrong part of the country for me right now.
my
It's
God.
Take a
always
nice
good.
hot bath, sit yourself in some Epsom salt and hot water, and then lay flat out. Don't curl up. Lay flat out.
You know where
And
I'm about to go? I'm about to go to the mall and get me a massage. An
amen.
Asian. I'm going to the Asian massage. My
Uh,
freaking neck hurts so bad.
just okay. Be
Yeah,
be
no
aware that they don't care about your
pain.
comfort.
So is it
I
a
gotta
bad
throw that in
idea
there.
then? So maybe not go. But I
No,
My
mean,
I'm not
I
saying don't
chiropractor
go because
pays
it's
me.
going to work.
yeah.
It may not be the most pleasant experience while you're going through it because sometimes it depends on the place, and I don't know which places you guys have up there, but a lot of them do Chinese medicine, like traditional Chinese medicine style massage, which works and it's super effective. But I don't call it
Painful.
massage. Usually, I just call it body work because you ain't falling asleep while they're working on you.
Right. I'm gonna sit in that chair. I'm gonna do that chair one where they just do your neck and your upper back and you
Okay.
dig their elbows. I don't know. My neck's just I can't. It just hurts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, my chiropractor is my buddy, and he's Laotian. And sometimes that's why I procrastinate about going because I know I'll need a walker when I leave.
They don't they're there to make your body work the way it's supposed to. They're not there to make you feel good about that session that you're getting from them. Um
I don't know. Do you think I should go chiropractor or do the massage? I have to go to
do a
work today,
massage.
so
I'll always recommend a massage.
well, we know
Yeah,
that.
and they need to be together.
I'm
You
just
need
saying about
both.
this Asian one. I don't know. Like I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Just walk up in there,
Oh,
know
they're
what you're getting
good
yourself
because
into.
they know.
That's all.
They
Okay.
truly know the points. They're so good with what acupuncture and all of that. I think
It's
they're better.
it's the class I've been teaching. I mean, they don't have to work directly on the location where the problem is, which is one of the good parts about Asian traditional Chinese medicine. They can work like down on your arm and hand and make your neck feel better. Um, so that's one of the fun things about working with traditional Chinese medicine. They
Yeah.
know that the distal points to work to make a proximal area feel better.
It's
Right,
crazy because I can massage like the front, like I could press in the front of my neck and then feel the pain in the back. So it's something like all around. You know, like you get a stiff neck. That's how it feels. I can't move like off my bed. I can't sleep comfortably.
Well, y'all just all made it to Friday and it just hurt.
Yeah, I haven't worked out all week. I'm so mad. I worked out Monday and here we are. One day.
Y'all are just a hot mess and a half. Look at
Disaster. Not
yeah,
cool.
in a way I'm kind of glad I'm not going to Punta Cana because I wouldn't have had you, Louis.
you. Nope.
Because something, like I said,
Well, I'm sure they have massage. Well, they may or may not. You might be better to leave the resort and go to take a massage. A lot of those places, like I was talking to a friend of mine who's a masseuse, and she wanted to do a cruise and maybe work on the cruise. They literally do not want you to press very hard. It's like a body rub. You don't
Mhm.
you don't massage the people at all.
They're not there for a therapeutic massage. They're there for just a relaxation thing.
And to me, I paid a lot of money for something that didn't do crap. Oh, really? Oh yeah, they're not
That's
cheap.
one reason why I will
Cruises are
not do.
expensive.
I don't buy massages when I go out.
when you go away, yeah, you need your own people that really know you,
Mhm.
that are versus that
Right.
kind of thing.
So long as I
Because
know the style that they work with that they perform, I'm good. And if I know that if I can watch them do a massage and be like, okay, I can work with that.
Is
Then
it
yeah,
just like a petting, basically? They just pet you down on those
no,
petting massages?
I
Walked all
never
day,
go to
and I
I
said,
would never go to one of those chain things that You know, they got them here, those massage
Oh,
envies
that's
and
where I
stuff
go.
like that.
Oh, you can
That's
go to
where I
Envy's.
go.
You can go to Envy's.
No, I go.
Oh,
I had a
really?
really good
Yeah.
Indian, Native
See,
American
I
girl
don't
that did
trust
good.
those people. I don't trust, I don't trust strangers like, people like that. I really don't. That's personal.
I go to the same therapist though all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You can
go.
go, you pick one person, you stick with that one person. That's all.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
I will I have mixed feelings about Envy, but my mixed feelings are because of the therapists and the way they are treated sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
not about their
Oh, they
work.
have a huge turnover. It's crazy.
Yeah, because each of
yeah.
the
See, that's what
therapists
I
get
don't
burned
like
out.
about those kind of places.
So my gripe with them, and I don't like to share my gripes too often, but my gripe with them with Massage Envy is that they they are a business first. They
Mm-hmm.
don't really care as much sometimes, not all the time,
About
sometimes
their workers.
about the massage therapists and what it takes for us to actually perform the work that we do. It's a
Mm-hmm.
super active, super intense thing, and they book us back to back to back to back when we're working there. So you've got a massage
It's
therapist who did
production.
4 hours
A
of
cattle.
massage.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got a massage therapist who's done 4 massages in a row, like 50 in their 50-minute massages, and then they have one at 9, 10, 11, and 12. And so by 1 o'clock, that poor massage therapist is
He's
rather
dead.
burnt out.
Dying.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
but the Envy doesn't care because they'll schedule that's how they schedule their clients. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and not taking into account what toll it takes on the massage therapist. So I always tell my students, you can go work at Envy, just control your schedule.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go there and work for Envy. It's a good place to get your hands on bodies and get some practice in. But do not let them overwork you.
Yeah, it's like starting at a supercuts when
Yeah,
you're doing hair.
yeah. Like
Get your
don't let
experience.
them book you so solid that you don't have a break in between and time to like stretch, recompose yourself and like get it
That's
together.
fine.
So yeah, but yeah, you can get some great therapists at Envy if you go there and you find them. Like they do exist. I've taught a few. So it's just a matter of like that particular location's um uh policies and their the way they do their things, their procedures there. I would say figure out like when you go in, ask them which therapist has been there the longest.
Oh yeah.
And is booked up the most often. That's probably the therapist you're going to want to get because that's the one who's figured it out.
Yeah, I can barely get in with mine. Oh,
Yeah,
I was like
because they're
wondering why
good.
I didn't have anything in June. I'm like, why did I have anything booked in June? Weird.
Yeah, because Nikki had me going, Louis, to this. It was called Muscle Knot. And it was, it was similar to massage. Well, it was massage to me, but it was muscles. And she would bend and, you know,
The
twist.
stretching is good.
But she
Mm.
left.
You're gonna make
So
me
I
want to
stopped
go
doing
see my
that. I
massage
stopped
therapist
doing the one
today.
I was going to.
Yeah, we tend to leave. It's the thing with us. Um, Jerry, what is that picture of?
Fat and yellow
Oh,
and
the yellow
skin.
fat.
Oh, how much
Yeah,
fat? Five
Yeah,
pounds of
where
yellow
I'll
where
fat.
the
show
fat
you.
accumulates on the body. Got it.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So, and it's a great picture actually. So you're looking at somebody who
Yeah, I
they're
showed you
almost
guys
the
that.
same size. They may actually be the same person. But they're almost the same size. Like they're the same lower body height, but look at how everything inside has to shift in order to accommodate um that extra weight, like see how the femurs, the upper leg bones, um, have tilted further out in order to hold up that person, um, which makes them look a little bit shorter. But when you get up to their shoulders are higher up um, than the skinny person on the other side. Good morning, Miss Gloria.
Good
Uh,
morning.
and yeah, if you can see where all of that the yellow fat has accumulated on the body, around
Yeah,
the
because they're
sides.
so heavy, it's pulling them down. The fat
Yeah,
is really heavy, and it's causing the muscles to have problems, you know?
yeah. It's not only is the extra fat on the body causing stress and strain on the skeletal structure, but it's also pressing up on all the muscles and giving them less room to move around in, um, causing them to causing your body to have to put forth way far more effort in order to perform just usual general tasks. Um, but yeah, it's got a lot of that first body on the left has a lot of like
Yeah.
visceral fat just around. I mean, you can see it around the sides of that
Yeah,
person.
you can see it on the back. You can see where the fat is. You can see the swelling.
Yeah, I mean, and that's all of that. Now imagine me being the massage therapist having to work through all of that, as opposed to the person on the right hand side where if I push in, I'm going to hit muscle kind of quick.
And bones.
Mm, muscle and bone.
Ooh.
But everyone's got the same size. Well, everyone's got the same amount of bones inside of them. All of us have 206 bones inside of us. Um, how deep inside depends on how much is covering you on the outside. The muscles are pretty much the same, unless you've been somebody who's bodybuilding and intentionally increasing your muscle mass. Uh, everyone's pretty much got the same amount of muscle on them. Um, it's just that a lot of people are covered over with a lot more fat tissue than anything else.
Yes. You got to take the muscle from your arms and move it to your stomach.
Yeah, we wish. But yeah, welcome to today's anatomy lesson. Um, wasn't
You
planning
just
on it,
finished up all your anatomy.
but I know yesterday was graduation day for two separate classes. So I was telling them, you know, if they ever needed me to not lose the number. But yeah, I'm very used to teaching anatomy stuff to all my students and trying to impart upon them how important it is to understand, at the very least, your own anatomy. At the very least, understand what you are doing to your own body. Um, I know all of us have been around long enough to hurt enough to realize where our pain is coming from. Like if I ask you, you tell me you have a headache, and I say, well, where is it? You can pinpoint where in your head that headache is happening. And a lot of times you can also tell me, because you've had it often happen often enough, um, not only where it is, but what triggered it.
Oh. Mama Sandy's gonna go. I gotta run downstairs and find some shoes.
Okay.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you, Mom
Have a
Sandy.
good weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Have
All
a
right,
great
you
day.
too.
Love you.
Bye
All right.
bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
we're about to bounce shortly
All
here.
right, I'm going to leave too. Bye.
It's 7 minutes till the next meeting.
Yeah.
IPA call starts in 7 minutes, and I actually get to be on there this morning. I'm kind of happy. So
Okay.
I'm thrilled right now. I get to see the IPA call this morning.
Okay, Louie, on the one, which one did you want embroidered? All of them to look that I sent
Oh,
you?
the one I sent you.
Because I
Um,
sent you like 3 or 4, and you said embroidered. Which one?
border. Hold on.
Embroidered.
Oh, embroidered. Oh, where is there? So the very the it's the one that I attached to it. So the one I responded to, which I think
There's
was
two. There's the
I responded directly to one of them. I
two.
replied directly to one of them.
What are we embroidering?
Logos.
Oh,
Okay,
Uh,
there's the light green
it-
one and the dark green one,
it's
and
the
then
darker one.
okay,
Yeah,
I'll
it's the
I'll
darker one.
I'll ask it to do that.
Yeah. Because I like the green. I do.
on
But
on black? Are we doing green on black?
we haven't decided yet, sweetie.
Oh, I
She
don't know
just,
what's going on. I'm
no,
so
that's
lost.
okay. Don't worry. Twilight and I have
Been
just been having a conversation about
It's not
logos.
been voted on by anybody. So
Yeah. It's just her and I having this conversation.
Oh, okay.
Uh, I actually love the one that I say, so I love where I said I love the styling of this one. I do like the way that one turned out. I just don't want uh
White.
well no, it was orange. It looks, if you're going to turn it into an actual like coin size thing, that'd be perfect. That it looks beautiful. I'd love that. That'd be perfect.
the
But
The
one with the
green and the
sunburst,
orange?
yeah, the
the
green, the orange, the gray. I don't know if
the
she
sunburst one looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the sunburst one, which is really nice. But as a embroidery
Come
uh
here.
on a shirt, uh, it wouldn't. I don't think it would come through as well as nicely as a silk screening, maybe.
Right.
Um, but as an
Or an
embroidery
iron-on
thing,
print
that's not going to
type
happen.
one.
Yeah. So, but we'll see.
Okay. I
All
will
right.
ask it to do that. I've just been playing with it.
Yeah. No, I figured
And
as
it is a
much.
pain. It's a pain.
I figured as much.
It wants certain ways to be told how to do
Mhm.
it.
Oh yeah. But once you get the hang of it, it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, well, even then it'll add
Dog's
words.
awake. Uh, all right, kids. It is Friday morning. We have only two calls listed. The IPA call coming up
Yeah,
and the BOC coming at 8 a.m. The IPA call today is the Academy this morning. It's James doing the Champions Academy. So hop in because he's got stuff he wants to share this morning, and I love it when James has things he has to share. So
I know he likes to slip up on the secret
it's a
list
training
too.
too, isn't it? Isn't it
say
a type
again?
of a training? He said a training. Like you
Yeah,
can ask questions and they'll do things out.
yeah, exactly. It's an Academy style
Are
thing
you
this morning.
stuck?
So it'll be fun. So off to the academy you go. I love you guys dearly. Enjoy the weekend. If you need anything, do me a favor, hit me up, call me, or text
Thank
me.
you for everything. Have a nice
Um,
weekend too.
Love y'all.
Bye.
love you
Have a
guys.
Bye.
great weekend.
Have a great
You too.
weekend. Miss
Bye,
Shelley, hit
guys.
me up
Have
and let me
a
know how it turns out.
I will. Thank
Okay.
you.